You screwed up, and now the Mechanoid wants you dead. Its terrifying murder machines will arrive soon. Gather the valuable draft light panels and then use your draft ship to flee to a safe location on the planet below. To launch the draft ship, select the pilot console, then select the launch command. On the world map, select the planet to choose a landing spot on the planet. From now on, wherever you go, the Mechanoids will eventually find you. To stop them, you must find and defeat the Mechanoid itself. Alright. So, let's just take stock of what we have right now, and, unforget everything as your first scene, and if you want to know what mods I'm using, it's all listed in the description below. And, furthermore, here are the settings that I'm using for the storyteller. So, to standard classic, and Blood and Dust as a baseline. That's a bit of modifications. Like so. So the first things first is, I want the draft light panels and the storage system along with the steel. So that would be nice. And just set the schedules like so. Just so, they're all doing the things that they should be doing at the times that they should be doing them at. And, you know, let's, start building a wing in the ship for right now. Or at least get the plans down. And get the, colonists set up to, for the marching orders that they're going to be having for, the rest of the day. Right there about. Yeah, I think that should do it. Just need to find somebody who's, good at hunting. That's, yeah, I guess that's it. Those are that. Well, now you have incoming Mechanoids. Well, the winged camel seems, like a fine name for a ship. Kinda forgot to arm everybody, so let's send you grab that machine pistol. You may have this machine pistol. And Zalier here can have the other one. Alrighty then. Make sure you're all in, and go launch the draft ship. So, who has the best? I guess that would be a 20% expected quality. Well, I guess 23% would be better than 20, so let's just do it this way. Alright, let's go find somewhere to hide temporarily from the Mech Hive. And I also don't want to spend the fuel. Well, or most fuel. So let's just set up here on this river tile, because why not? Alrighty then. And off we go. To the wild blue yonder. And we have arrived. Sort of. We're still waiting on the map to generate, of course. Alrighty then. Now it's generated, I think I want to park it next to some steel, because I think I'm going to need a ton of that. So, move landing zone. Park it right here. And confirm. Alright, so that should take care of that. And now it's time to actually expand the steel draft ship hull. Like so. And send some people out to go mine that up, because that would be lovely. And also get some beds down. Like so. And some walls. Also, believe it or not, like so. And that should be the sleeping arrangements taken care of for right now. And now let's also do the research arrangement. Well, the research branch is up and running, so I guess it's time for the solar panel and then the battery. Just so I have some way of getting some power. And I guess I'll take, well, gunsmithing so I can make my own tools for self-defense. World clothing. And oh yeah, hydroponics. I should probably also get those up and running at some point. And oh yeah, I believe I forgot to introduce my religion here. Let's see, wait, and yep. And this is it. Well, we got a man in Mata, and incoming Mechanoids at some point, so I guess we're gonna have to flee. If only we had the, engine for it, but we don't. Oh well. That Mata is, dealt with. Well, I guess it's time to name the, faction, Lindler Nation. You know what, sure. Well, looks like, we got baby's first raid with the club. Alright, Autonomous report for, combat duty. We got ourselves inbound. Well, that takes care of the issue, even though it probably wasn't much of an issue. Oh well, it is what it is. Well, that's the solar panel research completed, so that's right. So let's just get 2 solar panels up and running for right now. Sailor is off on the days. The final straw was recreation start. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue, for this, run, so let's just get some chess tables up and running. This is, sorted out for right now. Well, we can now make our own batteries now, if, Sailor would, snap out of it. Or just Nitson could, do it. Well, looks like we got a mad rat to deal with. Oh well, shouldn't be much of an issue, since it's, you know, a rat. And yeah, the machine pistols handled that one pretty well. Well, Autonomous report to the front lines. We got hostiles inbound. And yeah, it's just Foss here. With a, steel Litwa. Poor quality. Yeah, I think Nitson should just handle this one, themselves. Or herself. Even with their, crummy shooting skills. Oh well. It is what it is right now. And that takes care of that problem. So that's right, yoink the herbal medicine. And put it in the new, storage facilities for the food and, all the other stuff like that. Right, it would be under-manufactured. Herbal medicine, and then no herbal medicine in that one. Well, looks like we've got another group of hostiles incoming. One more machine pistol for the collection, I see. Oh, yeah, and it's no report to the, staging grounds. Rather, they're just trying to come to us, I see. Right, that takes care of, you. Who just, straight up dropped dead, so I just thought straight that we don't have to deal with, that person. Well, it's just gonna be a 2v1. Why do you keep hitting, Sailor? You go away. And that takes care of you. Speedy, you get the, machine pistol. Go report to your, bedroom for healing. And that's methane research completed, so that's great. Sailor is off on a tantrum. Gee, I wonder why. Confined interior was the final straw. Welcome to life on a spaceship, people. But hey, we have a gift, and it's, 97 silver. Alright. Well, looks like we're gonna have to, hightail it out of here in like 4 days. Mostly because of the Mechanoids. Ooh, hey, cargo pods. Let's just see what's inside. And it's all the way out, over here. 34 smokeless joints. Yoink! Well, looks like we're gonna have to leave the map, pretty soon. As in, right now. Since, the Mechanoid threat is in 2 hours. Alright, let's, get out of here before they show up. You're not sure? Let's get out of here. Maybe another river tile, just in a different biome. I guess this one would do the trick in grasslands as opposed to, tropical rainforest. Besides, this is an excuse for me to see the sights of Rimworld. So let's do it. Well, anyways, that takes care of that problem. I'm gonna have to figure out a way of making Temp feel. Oh well, I guess that's the hydroponics jobs. Let's see, now, steel. Probably should have picked a mountain for this one. Oh well, it is what it is. I guess I can just part nets to the structure. And confirm. Will I be, having a good landing? Certainly says yes. Alrighty then. First things first, destroy the structure so I can claim the resources from it. You know, yeah, speaking of hydroponics, I don't think I've had those researched. Not yet anyways. Well then, to be for gunsmithing. Well, that's machining research completed, so that's great. Well, looks like a dusthorn made the unfortunate mistake of self-taming, so, well, sorry about this, dusthorn, but I think you're lunch. Well, that's the first rate of this new map. Alright, Prepare to confront the threat. Even though it's not much of one. To be brutally honest with you. Mostly because it's just a knife. And yep, that, was expected. Sailor is off on a tantrum. The final straw was... Poor mood. Tired. And the target was a small thruster. That's not good. Oh well, we can just build another. Well, looks like we got hostiles inbound. All opponents prepare to confront the threat. At the gates. Well, Mads went down. Nidson's been hit. Nidson, you get the revolver. And Sailor and Speedy won't cover you. Alright, start retreating, and now they're fleeing. Alrighty then. Go home and take care of yourself, vet. Nidson, since you're the vet. And that's the hydroponics research completed, so we can now make our own food on site and just take it with us. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have to research the microelectronics or the something like that to get the auto hydroponics. So let's just chuck microelectronics onto the list. Well, Sailor just went off on a food binge. The final straw was soaking wet. And that's gunsmithing research completed, so that's right. Well, that's double clothing research completed, so that's right. And that's the road clothing research completed, so that's right. Well, we had a man muffled to deal with. Anyways, it's lunch now. And that's blowback operation research completed, so that's stuff like auto pistols and machine pistols. And that's gun turrets research completed, so I guess it's on to the microelectronics. Well, looks like we got incoming Mechanoids in like 9 days. And if the Mechanoids aren't enough, the raids are here. Luckily, it's just a couple of wooden maces, so, not much of a threat, really. At least not to us with machine pistols. And the ability to, fire when moving backwards. Please shoot the one that's, actually hitting you with the mace, Speedy. You goober. Anyways, that takes care of that. Well, there goes my, power generation. Besides, Baum here had dojuice dependency. I have no way of producing dojuice. Or even acquiring it in enough bulk to feed that dependency, so, sorry. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Well, I guess we just have a wild boar for lunch now. Well, I think it's high time we cut some basic logic robotics on the list. And did all the robot research. Well, looks like a Staradon decided to become lunch for the colony. Also, it's kind of amusing how the Pterodon wants revenge, even though the Pterodon is the one that went after Speedy in the first place. And then realized it bit off more than it could chew. Anyways, that's it, the Pterodon. Well, we got a raid, incoming. The problem is that, I don't feel like fighting it, and the Mechanoids are coming anyway, so, toodaloo, raiders! I guess, yep, that should, take care of that. Anyways, let's go find another tile, and just leave the raiders there. Just where, though? Preferably somewhere that has, hills. You know what? There in shrubland should do the trick. Toodaloo, raiders! And there goes our farm. Oh well, we can just make another one. Just trying to find the most, steel. Since I'm kinda steel hungry right now. You know what, I guess, there's a steel deposit right here, so why not? And that was a minor dropship crash. Oh well. Based on the dropship's launch, there was a 55% chance of a negative outcome. I guess, Zaylor can have fun fixing all the damage. Well, there's a 1-2 punch of a mad vulture and a harp-beetle hunting, Zaylor. Well, anyways, that wasn't very hard to deal with. And now, their lunch. And now there's a manhunter pack. How lovely, we just turned up. What are we dealing with? Fetid fossils, I see. And it's just, 5. Oh my. Oh my. Well, Balton is prepared to confront the threat. Well, not to share the, mad foxes, or rather the manhunter pack. Speedy is off on a food bench. Have fun, Speedy. Actually, wait, that might actually be a bad thing for us. Oh, harp-beetle, you silly goober. Well, anyways, the harp-beetle is lunch. Harp-beetles never learn, do they? Anyways, that's the harp-beetle dealt with along with microelectronics researched. And now we can, have the, robotics fundamentals research fully completed, so that's great. Well, that's the simple, logic robotics research completed, so that's great. Well, that's the robotics basic logic research completed, so we can now make the tier 2 robotics, so that's great. And I can now make the ER bots if I had the resources for them, that is. Well, looks like we got 4 raiders with, melee weapons. We all have, ranged weapons, so that's gonna be a mistake that won't, cost them, to say the least. And we stored the first, blood. So that's great. And of course we downed the raider. So that's, great for us too. And now they're fleeing. So that's also great for us. Never mind, they're not fleeing because, the last one just went down. And that's the kitchen robot research completed, so that's great. Well, looks like we got hostiles inbound, and this time they actually remembered to bring ranged weapons, so, it's mostly just 1 return bow and 3 short bows, so I think we might be fine here. We got machine pistols. We really should build some turrets, just to help out with the colony defense. If, only to have something in place, in case the worst should happen. And just, cut around them. Hopefully the trade caravan won't just run in straight into the raiders. Because that would be the ideal solution for me. Anyways, they're playing now. Alright, I kind of forgot to do the wall-mounted orbital trade beacon, so let's build one in the storage facility / kitchen. And then build the the wall-mounted comms console somewhere, right over here. Well, looks like we've got hostile Mechanoids inbound in 16 days. Don't know if I'm gonna actually be around for that. And Speedy is off on a food binge. The final straw was recreation unfulfilled. Alright. And oh my, they consume quite a bit of power. 1300 watts! Actually 50 watts. Oh well. I probably need to build more batteries anyways. The problem is where? I just over in the kitchen, in the freezer section should be a good enough spot for one more battery. And that's builder research completed, so I can now make my own builder bot, so that's great. And that's the hauler research completed, so that's great. Oh boy, it's my favorite type of raid. It's the raid where they all brought melee weapons with that, and they're willing to sit around and wait for us to come to them. So that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, I really wish I had some more weapons that had that just, well, hit harder than machine pistols. Alright, start backing up. Alright, so the first raider's dead, so that's great for us. And there goes the second one, and there goes the third, and now the fourth one is fleeing. Yeah. And that's the cleaner robot research completed, so that's great. You know what, I think it's time to get the gas operation up and running. And prosthetics. What else to do? Well, we've just made the first Butterbot Tier 1. So now Zayler has some help with the building. And that's the gas operation research completed, so that's great. And that's the prosthetics research completed, so I just need to gather up enough steel to put into this high-tech research bench to really get things off the ground around here, to say the least. And Edson goes off on a food bench. Have fun, Edson! But you know what, let's get things off with the utility columns. And the auditor. And the tube television. And the stereo material so I can make a hospital at some point. What else might I be missing? Oh yeah, the Devil Strand. And also the carpet making. And Sideways Brewing, Heavy Bridges. And there's two other ones for the drug production. And oh yes, the Patriot Survival Meal. Let's just try and make our own stuff for that. Well, we managed to build our first cleaner base station, so that's great. Well, looks like we got enough resources for the high-tech research bench to be built. The problem is that the Mechanoids arrive in 13 hours, so I might want to, well, play the map before then. Recall all the bots. Alrighty then. Launch drive ship. Nope. I guess that was the correct way around. And begin. Alright, I don't think I'm ready to assault a, one of those ground port facilities. So I guess it's, back to a, tropical rainforest or something like that. Preferably somewhere with, hills. That's not what I wanted. I need to stop holding my hand over the escape key. Alright. And they led to death, but I don't think I'm going to be keeping it, so I guess somebody else can have it. Alrighty then, yeah, this looks helly enough, so go for it. And here we are, at our new home. Where's the most steel located? Or at least a bit enough steel vein to mine, because that's what I'm more concerned about, more than anything else. Also some components would also be nice. Well, I guess we can just park it right here. since I see plenty of components up here. And confirm. And now we have landed, sort of. Well, anyways, we're here now, and we overheated the drive engine. Oh well. It is what it is. And now let's just start to place and clean up resources that are valuable. Like so. Well, looks like we got a manhunter pad to deal with. Oh my, it's cobras. Well, anyways, it's probably gonna be easier if we just stay by the turrets. And recall the bots. Are the turrets trying to do anything? Ah, there they go. So yeah, I guess that's the turret. I guess, they're a version of the greaser turret, I think. One of those beam turrets that sets stuff on fire. Where would that be? Should be under beam weapons, and it's, greaser turrets. Yeah. That's what I was thinking about. Anyways, that takes care of that. And there's a mad Gideon pit that just got, nailed by both turrets. Well, I guess there's one thing about the hospitality mod is, this keeps popping up every time I go to a new map. And you know what, let's, get some multi-analyzers up and running, and some auto-cannon turrets. And some flat-screen television. And some auto tech and standard grab tech. Well, looks like we got Cutworms and Zailer. Who's the... Oh, right, it was Netson. And that's the utility comms research completed, so that's great. Well, looks like we got a Mechanoid cluster. It's a small one. Nope, not my problem. Zailer is off hiding in the room. The file straw was sick. And that's 2 television research completed, so that's great. Well, that's aerial materials research completed, so we can now make our own hospital if I felt like it, so that's great. Well, that's cell strand research completed. Onwards to the, carpet making. And yes, this is one of those that you had to press confirm twice on, and I don't know why. Oh boy, it's torrential rain. Well, I guess the Mechanoids really were somebody else's issue. Because, the passing traders have taken care of them for me, so that's great. And by traders, I mean royal tribute collectors. And that's the carpet making research completed. Onwards to the cycloid brewing. So let's just see who has sleeping sickness amongst the colonists, and it's just Speedy. Alright, you get to the hospital, Speedy. And by hospital, I mean bed. Since I don't have an actual hospital. Zailer, you're fine now, so I guess it's just Speedy. And yeah, I guess this is great for Nitson's medical talents. And yeah, I think it's high time to start making some heavy SMGs since we do have the talents for that. Zailer. The real problem is getting the components for it. Do I have any more components on the map, or have I just used them all on the 2 new turrets that I have? Well, I guess we are gonna be depending on RNG from the Quarry for a little bit. Ooh, hey, ship chons, never mind. And now we have Mad Gideon Pit. The turrets will see to that Mad Gideon Pit shortly, just like that. Well, we got the 1-2 punch of torrential rain and manhunter pad. I think the torrential rain might be a good thing considering this blaze that we might have started. Where's that manhunter pad? Oh my, it's tigers! Well, anyways, recall on the bots. And Daltonics report for combat. We've got hostiles inbound. And here they come. And the turrets will see to them shortly. Just gotta hope the colonists don't get in the way. So that's one of them taken out. And then the turrets I built are going after them, so that's right. Let's see, now, all hostiles downed. Sort of. One of them not backed up. Anyways, that's taken care of now. Oh. Speedy had a tantrum and the target was the Holler base station. The final straw was ravenously hungry. That's on you, buddy. Looks like we have Mechanoids incoming in, 10 days. Another night, another Mechanoid cluster. I wanted to land the same way. Oh no, Sailor. Why? Well, anyways, I think I'm just gonna pretend the Mechanoid cluster doesn't exist for right now, and make sure the colonists don't go anywhere near the activation cluster. Well, let's just buy our first heavy SMG. Well, looks like we dropped the flu for Nixon. I think we might need an ER bot soon. And yeah, I just bought the components for the robots. Speedy is off on a days. The final straw was recreation deprived. And if you're wondering how Nixon is doing with the flu, immunity is at 89.7%, while the disease is at 69%. And it has a 10 quality of 69%. And that's the citrate brewing research completed, so that's great. And that's the heavy bridges research completed, so that's great. Oh boy, another Mechanoid cluster. Where did that one go? Oh, over here. Well, anyways, I'm gonna head out, for this tile anyways in like a couple of days. Mostly because of the Mechanoids incoming. You know what, I guess I'll just do it right now while we have, no solar flare going on. Alrighty then, launch, 33, nope. Has to be, Speedy and Sailor. Alrighty then. I said recall all the bots. I said recall all the bots, you goobers. Why don't they listen to me? Anyways, let's try this one for realsies this time. Okay. Might want to try some grasslands with hills. Or some vaguely mountainous shaped hills. Like, this one right here. Or maybe not. I guess we can, just do this one. Since it doesn't seem to have very many caves for the buds to spawn in, so I guess I'm going to do that one. And off we go. Well, I guess those Mechanoid clusters aren't my problem anymore. And somebody else can help themselves to a free farm. Yes, I'm off. And here we are. I guess I just had to pick a spot. I guess right here will do. And how did the launch go? I hope it was a good one. And it was a good one. Well, since we need components, so let's just strip mine the tile for its components, because that's what we need a ton of. Mostly for the bots and all the other weapons I want to make. And that's drug production research completed, so that's great. What is not great is that's getting food poisoning from incompetent cook. Oh boy, our first raid, and it's a big one. It's melee only, so never mind. Anyways, recall all the bots. All colonists report for active combat duties. We got hostiles inbound. And of course, the Stardon decided that I wanted in on this party. So I had to ruin the drug treaties on the drug treaties raiding party. And now it wants revenge. Lovely. Anyways, that takes care of that. Anyways, they're actually incoming this time, and the turrets have opened fire on the first one. Must have gotten the rider too. Where's Alan? Oh wait, they're heading underneath, each other. Well, hopefully this is enough to convince them to, go away. If we do enough damage to them. Because that's usually how it works. And this time we got turrets helping us. I know you have to stop them from breaking down our walls. Because, yeah, that's the thing they'll do. Oh, no. Oh, dear. And now they're fleeing. Good. Anyways, just let them leave. And now the builder bots and all the other bots need to come back. Anyways, that's penicillin production research completed, so that's great. Well, Nancy Dojo's production research completed, so that's great. Well, we can now make our own weight up, so that's great. And now we can make our own side tank, or rather refine it, so that's also great. Up next is Patchy Survival Meal. Well, we can now make our own Patchy Survival Meal, so that's great. Well, looks like, we haven't managed our own, but I think the turrets have this one in the bag. Ooh, hey, turtle pods. Let's just see what's inside. On the way down here. And it's, 53 nutrient paste meals. Alright. Hold on, as report for active combat duty, we got hostiles inbound. Let's see now. Speedy, you may have... Or... Yeah, Speedy, you may have that heavy SMG. Netson, you may have the other heavy SMG. Like so, and we were going to defend this side of the, base. Because, yeah, that was just a one-shot from the turret, so let's recall all the bots. And make sure they don't get caught in the crossfire. Because, we got ourselves inbound. And the biggest group is coming in from this side. So, yeah. I guess this side gets the most defense. Alright, so, it's just down to these three idiots now. And now they're, leaving too. So that's great. Well, I guess it's drought time for this, tile, so I guess that's something. It's also, a reminder to get the hydroponics up and running, preferably as soon as possible. Well, I hope the turrets are up for the, task of dealing with this, batch of idiots. Oh my, those are some heavy SMGs, and some chain shotguns. And of course a bio-threaded machine pistol, so that's useless, and a bio-threaded bolt action, so that's useless to us. So I got two more heavy SMGs to pass out. They're poor quality though. Oh well. That'll have to do. You know what, you can have another heavy SMG. Speedy? Do I have enough self-defense tools? Probably not. So let's get a few more. Like so. Well, anyways, the raiders are incoming. So hopefully the turrets are up for the task. Also, recall all the bots. If I can actually manage to press the buttons. Right, so we're doing pretty well so far. Hopefully we don't lose any of the solar panels. Oh, right, that's a chain shotgun one. Anyways, they're fleeing now. So that's great for us. One of the batch of raiders is. Guess it's time to deal with this lone idiot. Any good crafting? Nope. And Speedy got a headshot. And that takes care of that. And rip Speedy's left eye. Well, we got into having the Mechanoids in 4 days, so that's something to worry about. Well, that's the multi-analyzer research completed, and we've got one more day until the Mechanoids show up, so, let's build a wall-mounted multi-analyzer. And now the fun can begin. And by fun I mean the advanced nuclear power plants. And, what else do I want? Well, I see I never researched the tractor robots. Let's research that, then the Omni robotics. Huh. I suppose I also need fabrication. And let's just bump you to the front of the list, and just do that one first. Well, you're not a manhunter, Pat, but I think I'm going to be hightailing it out of here on account of the Mechanoids that are going to be showing up in like 18 hours. So I guess the, manhunter Pat isn't my problem. What even is a manhunter Pat, anyways? Parry dodge. Oh my, that's a lot. Well, anyways, launch a ship. Alrighty then, off we go. But I already went there. There's a, launch site. Let's do somewhere a bit more mountainous, shall we? Well, maybe, not that one since, there's a bunch of caves. Well, I think I'm gonna end up, living here for a little while. So, Tulum, Perry Dogs. And we have arrived, sort of. We're just waiting on the map to generate. Nice and defensible, so that's right. So let's just move the landing zone a bit and try and put somewhere that's not really that much of a swamp. Right here should be fine. And now we have officially arrived at the tile. So let's hope it was a good landing. And toss a breakdown. Go figure. Well, looks like we've got a Metroid cluster to deal with. Well, while we're here, we can just build some walls and just make the Metroids walk into a field of traps. At least that's the plan. In fact, we can do that for all of the raiders. This tile. Oh boy, Doron, how scary! Is what I'd be saying if I was running a fishing colony, but I'm not. And is there even any fish on the map anywhere? Yep, tilapia. Oh boy, our first harpedo nest. Well, it puts a pretty bad spot to spawn in, so... Anyways, that takes care of that. Well, Autonomous report for active combat city. We've got hostiles inbound. And straight into the, entertainment room, I see. Well, fiddlesticks. Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to recall the bots. Well, the ones that can be recalled, and that's just went down. I wonder why. Oh, now they're fleeing. And there goes Builderbot Tier 1, and Speedy Dorothy Netson. Alright, don't be stupid about this, Zaylor. Alright, so that takes care of all of them. Matuya, any good at crafting? No. You're a politician, so, yeah, and you have a sidetrack dependency, which we have no way of taking care of. Hercules, what about you? Nope. Well, Netson is off on a days. The fun straw was recreation start. Alright, now have fun, Netson. Just don't go near the Metroid clusters. Well, Netson is fully healed now, so that's great. Well, that's the fabrication research completed, so hopefully I have access to anti-aircraft, and Service says no. You know what, let's also research some mortars, so we have more options for self-defense. Well, that's Manhunter Pat that we have to worry about, and it's rhinoceroses. Three of them. Well, this is gonna be a lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist for right now, because, right now, it doesn't. Well, a monkey went mad. And I think this is also a lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist for right now. Well, I guess Sailor is not gonna be very happy since, yeah. That was, her husband, by the way. It was, well, sadly, not with us anymore, to say the least. Also, the rhinoceroses have left, so I guess I can let everybody out from the walls. Well, looks like there's a defoliator ship around. Thankfully, it's just the scyther, so... Netson and Speedy, I think that's on you. Netson, you need a new weapon. In fact, you need more weapons. Like so. Before I send you out to the Mechanoids. Well, I guess the colonists are close enough to wake him up. Start running backwards. And that's how you're gonna deal with this mess. Alright, there's a torture. And please shoot the closest one to you, cause, yeah. That happens. Anyway, Speedy went down. Let's rescue Speedy. Alright, so Speedy's gonna live. Well, Zaylor's having a bit of a crisis of belief. The final straw was... her husband died. Fair enough. And I'm sending Netson back out to, deal with his torture. So let's see how this one goes. And, offline. Alright, Netson, I guess you're in charge of destroying the defoliator ship. And that takes care of that problem. Oh, Speedy, you silly goober. No. Stay line, Speedy. And there goes Builderbot, Tier 1, too. Oh, well. Well, looks like we got Mechanoids incoming, and one who wants to join Dirt, who has a relationship. Nelson's daughter, but that's Choso, still level 9. It's gonna be nice to have another hand on, well, hand. Charter night out, rated kind, delicate. Well, you're not gonna be very happy here. And now we're dealing with an infection for Speedy. Oh boy, another infection for Speedy. That's it. That's on you. How are you doing anyways? Right, that Kitty has disease at 19 and immunity at 23.8, with the torso infection being at, 23.8 immunity and 3.2% disease. Yeah, Speedy's gonna be fine. At least I hope so. Well, Zaylor's off on a tantrum. The final straw was, her husband died. The problem is that they targeted as the, base station base, the Tier 2 Builderbot base station. I don't think I want that to happen. And it's already done. Oh well, I can replace it. Well, Dirt is hiding in a room. The final straw was not all in daytime. Alright. Well, Speedy is off on a date. The final straw was intense pain. Well, looks like we brought some man monkeys, which is really not a problem. In other words, lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist right now because functionally speaking, it doesn't. First it was man monkeys, now it's a mad panther. Alright. Zaylor is off on a date. The final straw was, her husband died. Alright. I just don't go anywhere near the Mechanoid cluster that's still over here. You know, I wonder if the siege will interfere with the Mechanoids. And just cancel each other out, cause yeah, I don't think yeah, they weren't close enough to be within range of the Mechanoid cluster, so I guess those two groups can cancel each other out. And they're assaulting the Tawny. Really? Going out to the front door instead of the hallway of traps? I suppose that's fair. Speedy, go to the chain shotgun. And prepare to open fire. If the turrets don't get to them first. And I kind of forgot to make sure I had doors. I couldn't actually deal with this. Cause, yeah. Anyways, they're all plain now, so that's great. I have to rebuild the walls. And it's not nailed. But hey, we can now build flat screen television, so that's great. Any good crafters here? Nope and nope. And you're not even worth it. Thanks for making me rebuild the front doors, I guess. Looks like the panther is hungry and decided to go after Sailor. Anyways, that's that dealt with. Well, that's orbital tech research completed, so that's straight. Well, the fabrication bench has been completed, so that's straight. Well, Sailor just went catatonic. The final straw was her husband died. Alright. Now Nixon is off on a food binge. The final straw was moderate side control, literally nothing I can do for you there, Nixon. Dirt is off on a sad wonder. Well, looks like we got a manhunter pad to deal with, and I think we're going to deal with it by locking everybody in Area 1 and pretending the outside world doesn't exist. And it's elephants. Well, apparently decided to crash the elephant party a bit by hunting Nixon. Don't know if it'll actually get past the traps. It did, somehow. Oh well, it's heavily wounded anyway, so Nixon should be able to deal with this one pretty easily, just like that. In fact, I think it might be time for us to, well, just get out of here before the Mechanoids show up in a day. We call on the bots. And get this launch started. 37, 35, 30, so I guess Dirt is the best one. Did I make sure everybody was on the ship? Let's go check. Well, I can just force it this way. Yep. Alright. Aaron Sharplands is next, I think. Might want to pick one that's pretty mountainous. Like this one. So long, Manhunter Pack! I say it was by, nice knowing you, but I'd be lying if I said that. And I entered the Toxin organization. Who cares about them? Let's just park the, ground ship over here. And confirm. Mostly because it's an easily defensible location and I can just lead them to, hauling of traps, to say the least. And we have arrived. And thruster breakdown. Both of them. Alright. So activate the robots and the builder bots and get on top of that. And ooh hey, we got the first hard deposit of this map. Visage masks. 7 of them. Alright, well, we can now make our own advanced opponents, so that's straight. Well, looks like we got our first method structure at the map, so you three, head out there and go attack the, method structure. If you can. Maybe not use Sailor. Just like that. And of course there's a Mechanoid cluster. Why wouldn't there be a Mechanoid cluster? Well, that's standard grab tech research completed, so, that's right. Well, looks like the, combat supplier is taking care of the Mechanoid cluster for us. I just hope they can deal with the auto, mortar. Well, they took care of it. So I guess the, mortars can be released, from Area 1, so that's right. Ooh, hey, a free heavy SMG! What a coincidence. Yoink! Well, that's the geothermal power generator. Research completed, so that's right. Onwards to the advanced geothermal power. Well, that's the advanced geothermal power generator. Research completed, so that's right. Oh boy, another Mechanoid cluster. This time on the other side of the map. And now there's a mad mare on the loose. Well, you 4, get out there and deal with that, and by 4 I mean 3. Or maybe it'll just be a turret issue. Looking like a turret issue. It was a turret issue. Well, we just have a, pet horse now. Don't know if they're actually gonna make it to the colony, though. Well, I think it might be time to pack up soon. In fact, I think it's time to pack up right now, so... With that in mind, all robots report to your base stations, as we are leaving right now. I know, right, it's this one. That's not the one I wanted. Launch. Be done. Okay. Let's see. Now, how about this arid shrublands? Maybe not. Just looking for something that's nice and easily defensible. Or at least has enough space for us to just slide some walls down. And I think this one might be the winning tile. And off we go. Yeah, I think it might be high time to go pick up some advanced nuclear power plants just so we can power our ship. Also, what's this little red dot over here? Somebody in the comments, if you happen to have any more data on that, please let me know what it is in the comments below. Confirm landing. Now let's see, is it a good landing? At least I hope it's gonna be a good landing. Overheated drive engine. Go figure. Well, I see the horse came with us. Zayler has decided to hide in the room. The final straw was outside the environment. Alright. Well, I guess a Simba Cub wants our pet horse for lunch. So, time to go save the horse. Oh boy. And now it wants revenge. Go figure. You pitched the fight. Yeah, dummy. Anyways, that takes care of that. Just try to get the horse some medical attention. Well, I think that's our power needs taken care of, so that's straight. Well, that's the tractor research completed, so that's straight that we can make our own crafter bots now. Well, another Simba Cub wants to go at our horse. And that's just no bueno. So that's it. You get to take care of this. Because you're the closest one. Technically Zayler was, but you're the one that's up. Well, we can now make our own omni-robot, so that's straight. Well, Speedy is off on a food binge. The final straw was darkness. And of course there's a missile structure right outside our base. Go figure. I just say it's Zayler and Nidson's job to deal with that. Well, before it becomes an issue. Just like that. Zayler's turn for the mental break. It's today's missing real ideogram. I don't have the space on the ship for that, so I guess I can't help you there. Well, we got hostiles inbound. I think this is gonna be a job for the hallway of traps that I built. Right over here. In other words, this is a lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist, because right now, it doesn't. Not for anybody. Well, looks like some Simba Cubs alphas that decided they wanted to take a bite out of the Raiders. And by Simba Cub alphas, I really mean regular Simba Cubs. Well, just who the silly duper was that forgot to made sure that the hallway of traps was actually usable. Yeah, that was me. And it is that poor Boulderbot. Well, one got through. And there was Butterbot here too. I know Speedy's gonna be the one dealing with this mess. Sorry, Speedy. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So hopefully you've got enough heavy SMGs to deal with this problem. And headshot. Go figure. And now they made it into the base. And now they're fleeing. Good. And there goes the solar panel over here. And this is kind of why you have some fire foam stuff. Do I even have that researched? Survey says no. Alright, I guess this just became important. Well, that's the fire foam research completed, so that's right that we have that option now. Speedy has decided to hide in the room. The final straw was missing real ideogram. I don't know if I can actually help you there since I really don't have anywhere to shove it. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. I do. And it's just going in right where the advanced nuclear power plant over here would go for right now. Well, looks like we're dealing with a hydrogen medium that's aimed at the women in the colony, so don't know how that's gonna work out with their mental well-being, although it's doing pretty well so far. And oh yeah, that's the foam turret research completed, so we can now make those now, so that's right. In fact, let's build a few, just in case for the next one. So one here, one here, one here. And last but certainly not least, one here. And now I can now make my own mortars, so that's great. Well, looks like we had the Mechanoids then coming in 13 days. Well, this seems to be an unusually lightly dependent Mechanoid cluster. Alright, E3. I guess it's time to go head out and do it. So yeah, hopefully this Mechanoid cluster is as easy as I think it's gonna be. Get within the shield range before you open fire, you goobers. Now you can open fire. Oh, right, that's the reason why. The Mechanoids are just dropping. Well, hopefully the fire foam turrets that I just built proved to be a wise investment. Right, so you three need to head back to the base for repair and healing. Death in 12, death in 4. Speedy, you need to hurry up. And death in 6. Well, that was a close shave. Yeah, Sailor's gonna be fine. Well, I guess Netson gets the short end of the stick when it comes to dealing with the smoke spearer, since she's the only one that's actually up that can fight. And this is why I want another colonist that can actually fight. Alright, it has to be within the shield. And infection. Netson. That takes care of that. Go ahead to the hospital and get yourself looked at. Netson. Well, Speedy and Zaylor are both back on their feet, so that's great. So yeah, it looks like Netson is gonna make a full recovery, so that's great. Seriously, this is a second Mechanoid incident. It's a defoliator ship this time around. Well, I happen to have a reinforced barrel and some mortar shells, so I'm gonna build a mortar on the ship. Right, so this mortar is going to target the Mechanoids over here. This is going to man it. Like so. And now the Mechanoids are up. And this might have ran into some flaws because, well, I think the Royal Tribute Collector just left. Oh well, we can still show the Mechanoids. In the meantime, let's lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist right now, because right now, it really doesn't. And now the, order is ran out. So I guess I need to make more. I guess that should do the trick for right now. And hey, we managed to find a couple of them, so that's right. Well, let's go check on here and see his stats. Trigger happy, delicate, kind, and capable of violent. One of those things is not like the other. Well, looks like we brought a combat supplier in. I wonder if they're going to run ahead first into the defoliator ship that I just left there. Oh, it's mostly just melee weapons and pillas and great bow. At least one of them. And I guess the combat supplier decided to take the smart route back. Yep, they left. Well, I brought 2 more mortars, so hopefully this should be enough to deal with the Mechanoid threat that's present right now. If all tonics are up. I probably should have told them to target the defoliator ship itself. Except I did. Ooh, hey, I can now make actual armor now, so that's right. The recon armor has been finished. Anyways, that's the defoliator ship taken care of. And now it's a hallway of traps kind of job. If only Zaylor had listened, and I had actually set their restricted area properly. Oh well, that's on me though. And yep, it was a hallway of traps job. So that's right. Well, I think it might be time for us to pack up and head out from this tile. Mostly because the Mechanoid threat is incoming in 10 hours. All robots are accounted for. So, with that in mind, launch the draft ship. Alright. So yeah, I found 3 places for mortars to go, so that's great. I should probably head back around to one of these 2 sites. Right, I already did the arid shrublands. Maybe I'll just do a nice road tile, like this one. You know what, sure. Let's do it. Well, toodaloo, former tile. And off we go. Well, anyways, I think this is the town that I picked out. Yeah, it is. Just try to move the landing zone a bit, just so I can be close by a quarry location. I guess I can just go right here. Confirm. Let's hope we have a good landing, shall we? And we have arrived at our new base. And we did have a good landing. Hooray! All Tana searching fine. Report for active combat duty. We've got hostiles inbound. You're heading all over there. And robots, come back to your base stations for immediate recharging. Well, nice and easy. And somebody go take out the bow. And then that's probably not the biggest concern. It's just the people on the horseback that can probably end this whole colony at once. That are the actual concern. Now the real question is will that person on the animal bat, or rather yacht bat, actually get through the walls in time before they get, well, game over, to say the least. Oh dear. Well, Speedy got it, and now they're fleeing. So service said no. Anyways, that takes care of that raid. Many good tractors in the crowd. You're decent at crafting, but not at shooting, and I kinda want both. Although I don't think I'm gonna be able to get both from this strat, and yeah, I'm not gonna get both. Oh well, Speedy can just go back to the hospital to get healed up. Except there's no immediate danger, so I guess that's fine. Alright, let's go see what the game gave us for the turtle pods. Somewhere all the way up here. Sea turtle eggs, unfertilized, 52 of them to be exact. Well, I guess Nelson hunted, decided to enter the muffalo herd. And by that I mean I was hunting the muffalo for their fur. So, I can make formal vests out of them. Since I can't exactly, ranch them. Oh well. At least I had the horse to provide mobility, so that takes care of that mess. Well, I can now make marine armor, so, that's right. Let's see, make marine armor, make marine helmet. Bump them up to the top. Because we're gonna need a ton of them. At least, 4 sets. For right now. Well, looks like, Dirt here has the first, marine armor, so that's straight. Well, let's hope the, horse recovers from, the flu. Well, looks like we can now replace, body parts with bionic, counterparts if, some body part got lost. Like, Spinny's left eye, for example. In fact, let's queue one up right now, so, they can be taken care of. Autonomous, report for active combat duty. We got hostiles inbound. Luckily, it's one of those raids that will just sit around and wait for us to shell them. And, if you notice anything off with the audio from the game, well, I may have gotten a new set of, headsets, and, well, I kind of forgot to set them up properly, in OBS. So, I guess that's my excuse. And, of course, we got Sympatub revenges. And a Stared-on revenge. Well, I just see, local animals are gonna take care of, the raiders for us. At this rate, at some point. Alright, since the mortal orders are passed out, let's go target this, raiding party first. The question is, oh, the sniper. Well, I just, hold fire first, and then open fire. Well, they're coming in. Alrighty then, go target this group. Alright then. They're going through the hallway of traps, and it's doing the job that I built it for. Which is great. Alrighty then, that's how you take care of that issue. Any good crafters / fighters? No, not you. Or you. Or even you. So I just, service says no. Well, looks like we got a manhunter pack. Oh my, that's a lot of armadillos. 50 of them to be exact. Hopefully the, hallway of traps is up for the task, so lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist for right now. That's an, actual strategy we're going for, now that we have the hallway of traps, mostly up and running. And that's toxin infiltration research completed, so that's right. Right, so I think it might be time to just go down the, Menace products route. And yeah, the hallway of traps did take care of the, manhunter pack, so that's right. Well, looks like we're gonna have, Mechanoids to deal with in like 17 days, but oh well. That's 17 days in the future. Wonder what, happened over here. Must have something to do with the, total revenge, but oh well, it's free stuff for me. So, yoink! And well, I guess we just have a pet buffalo now, so that's great. And now we have a long-range mineral scanner, so that's also neat. Oh hey, let's, can we also manage to pick up a book that can give us level 10 and, shooting in melee, so that's great. And now some Yats have decided to join the party. I don't think they're gonna be sitting around. No. So I guess, they're going back to the wild. And that's a Treasure cast research completed, so that's nice. I guess another side benefit of, the fire is that, well, let's just say this, dumping stockpile zone that was, for bodies is now empty. So that's great. Well, Zayler and Nitson are having crisis of beliefs. I wonder why. Malnourished and badly malnourished. That is the actual still issue. Yeah, still issue. Kurt is now catatonic. How lovely. Is it not really? Oh yeah, that's right. They were all, trying to beat out the fire, so that would explain the malnourished issue. And now we're dealing with the heatwave. Lovely! Another day, another manhunting pack. You know what that means? Stick your heads in the sand and pretend the outside world doesn't exist, because functionally speaking, right now, it doesn't. And oh yeah, it's Mastodon, so, yeah. I guess this is, the part where I hope the, hallway of traps holds up to this. Well, that's Mastodon herd taken care of, so that's straight. And that's the Starflight base that's research completed, so that's straight. Well, I guess we have a pet bison now. Or maybe not. I think I'll just release it to the wild. And yeah, I guess we do have the bionic eye for Speedy. You saw bionic eye, and it was the left eye. I really should have more emergency response spots for this one, but, I guess, I'll do it anyways. Alright, Speedy, into the hospital for you. And operate on Speedy, please. And it was a success. Alright. Well, that's the Vacuum Crystal Sleep Casket research completed, so that's great. Well, looks like Jordan's getting nailed by a intruder. Well, right up until Nixon showed up. Well, Jordan's back on her feet. With missing one last little toe. Alright. And I think it's high time to, well, hightail it out of here because the Mechanoids are coming in like 7 hours. Lunch. And begin. Alright. Actually, let's make sure everybody is on the ship. Right, so. Now we can launch. Let's start heading back this way. So, let's actually pick River Tile this time around. Something like this one. Or maybe not, since that's a tropical swamp. And that's a tropical rainforest. Let's see now. I don't think I've done a tropical rainforest, at least not that I can remember. Or maybe I have. You know, let's just set up shop in the River Delta over here. And off we go. To the next tile. And looks like we're gonna be finding a place to land soon. Eventually. Alright, let's just move the landing zone and hopefully put the ship near somewhere where we can actually put slap down a quarry. Which I think might be over here. Yep, confirm. Hopefully we have a good landing. So, yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, is a good landing. And minor draft should crash. Go figure. Oh yeah, I guess there is one thing I forgot to research, moisture pumps. Well, I can now make moisture pumps now, so that's great. And that's the machine persuasion research completed, so that's great. Well, looks like we got torrential rain incoming, so we should probably prep the farms for that. Because, oh boy, it's probably gonna spill over into the farms. Well, Speedy's off on a tantrum, and the fun trial is out the environment, and random things in her room are the target, so I just have fun, Speedy. And the only casualty was the light in Speedy's room, if you're wondering how that worked out. Well, that's research for the Starflight sensors completed, so that's great. Speedy is off on another food binge, the first trial was out of the environment. Alright, have fun, Speedy. And oh my, that's a Mechanoid raid. Let's see, now it's 8 scythers down here, and 18 more scythers over here. Well, anyways, I brought mortars and they don't, so hold fire, set force target those scythers, please. Nixon and Zaylor, this is gonna be your job, I'm afraid, since Speedy is currently out of commission. For mental reasons. Alright, I forgot to stop holding fire. I guess that's my bad. And now they're going in after us, so yeah. I guess it will be a hallway of traps issue. Just like that. Except, Nedson is going to... Well, so much for that. Oh, Sailor. Head out that side and then just sneak around the back and, take out that side they're trying to destroy the turret. That way. And recall the bots. As if the, turrets don't get to the scyther first. And Edson got him. Alright. So I just had to share that issue. Oh, I forgot about one, scyther up here. Take care of that one, Edson. And that takes care of the raid for realsies this time. At least I think so. Another day, another Mechanoid raid. Lots of doors that pretend the outside world doesn't exist right now because, right now, functionally speaking, it doesn't. And we're going to shell the idiots. I think it's going to be this side. So, all, combat, capable colonists should be manning the mortars right now, so let's just do that. Like so. And now, open fire. Actually, let's, change the target to one of those centipede blasters. Anyways, they're coming after us now. Let's, wait, they're all coming after us. That's fine. And now it's seasonal flooding time. How lovely. Yep, hallway of traps shot them all. Sure, you don't get to slaughter the, animals, so, Sailor. Well, anyways, Jerk got to, the mayor. Anyways, that takes care of Jerk. Well, Jensen went off on a sidetrack bench, the file straw was high side to Joan. And Speedy's off on a daze, the file straw was high side to Joan. Oh boy, malaria. Speedy has malaria. Well, I think I'm gonna head over to the ancient stockpile before, anybody else has a mental break, so recall on the box. So that's all of them. And we're gonna launch this, ship. Alright, so ancient stockpile. And off we go. Into the wide blue yonder. Toodaloo, rainforest! Well, anyways, I hope this goes well for us. Hopefully it's just a simple smash and grab. Where is that ancient stockpile? Oh, on the way down over here. I think this is probably going to be a siege operation, so might as well park the ship where I can get some quarrying done. So, like, maybe right over here. And confirm. Well, we have arrived. And we had a pretty good landing, I'd say. Mechanoid relay. Alright, and, who's our scientist? Oh, that's Speedy. Right, and, Speedy. That's your job, Speedy. Since you're the best one here. At level 20. Anyways, let's get the, fortress set up so we can, not get bothered while we're doing this. Right, medium quarry, and there's basically nowhere close by to actually put this darn thing. I'd have to remove this, chunk of limestone. Oh well, I guess the builder boss will be more than happy to do that. And yeah, this is pretty much why I built that fortress. It's, because we got locked out. Ooh, hey, cool, free silver meteorite. Alright, I guess we're just gonna yoink the entire thing for ourselves. Well, we got one of the stockpile entrances open. Now let's do the other one. Well, we've gotten the other stockpile opened. Well, it's the first raid in this tile, and it's a manhunting pad, so I guess it's time to lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist, because functionally speaking, it doesn't, at least not right now. And that's how you take care of a manhunting pad. Well, I think it's high time to take the thing that can fight and go head over to the ancient stockpile to go find that ground core. Probably should have brought some butter bots with me just to be able to destroy those doors easily. Easier. Or Zaylor can do that. So far, a whole lot of nothing. Ooh, hey, ancient plaster, go at that. And of course there was a trap. Go figure. And Speedy got hit by friendly fire. Luckily, it's only a bruise because, well, we have, proper armor now. And, of course, we triggered another trap. Go figure. Oh, well. Let's go open this straight. Sitting in to do it. Graphite panels. All right. Nice and easy now. A lot of nothing here. That's just tragic. Oh well, it is what it is. Anything in here? No, just another door, and I think this one's just a trash. Don't auto-hat that door, please, Speedy. Alright. I think this might be, the place where we find the ground core. Not on one, of course. Right, let's go, see what's inside. Whole lot of nothing on this one. That's a corpse. Alright, go at this one, Speedy. Alright, so that one's hat. Whole lot of nothing again. I hope it's in one of these doors. Nothing. Where's my grad port, game? Like, no, seriously, where's my grad port? Oh, I bet it's up here. And I've just been barking up the wrong tree. Yeah, I think it's in this one. I somehow explored the entire ancient thing, the ancient stockpile, and there's no grad port. I wonder why. Maybe it's in the other one. And I guess I'll just take the drive line panels, because those are free. Just like that. Well, I guess it's Zaylor and Nitson's job to explore this one. You know what? Fine. Whatever. Alrighty then. And I need to go send Speedy down. Since she's the one that's great at hacking. Right, so let's hope the Dradfor is in here. No Dradfor yet. No Dradfor. No Dradfor, just a corpse. Same thing again. Well, I guess I'm gonna go send the these three back up so they can go rest up and well, eat. Well, I think Nitson and Zaylor are going back down this ancient stockpile to see if there's a ground core down there for us. Speedy gets to stay home and sleep. Actually, wait. I just realized that Speedy is the one in charge of packing the doors. So never mind, Speedy. Back to work for you. And of course, Zaylor wandered into a room and immediately triggered some traps. Just keep acting up. Alrighty then. Alright, now to stare that. And now let's go check this room. Nope. No transport there either. Alright, let's go check this room that Speedy just opened up. And immediately straight into an explosion. Go figure. Netson, how are you doing? Oh my, death in 10 hours. You go back to the surface and go get yourself patched up, Netson. Sailor, go open this, sealed crate. And then the other one. Right, so that's a, Masterword something. Oh, it's a Masterword minigun. It's running a Pat Pass. This weapon is engraved with a depiction of a considered abstract shape. I wonder what that looks like in, art terms. Anyway, Sailor, go check out this, sealed crate. And you can probably get that done before, Speedy gets done with the doors. Man, it's a charged lance. And engraving on this weapon is shaped like forever. The work is infused with the idea of thirst and is done in a hyper-realistic style that was few would expect at the head of a sitting paleontologist watches over all. Alright. Alright, you two, go check out this store. Nothing. And nothing. Speedy don't have that, ancient security console. Well, we opened the blast door somewhere. It was the one that we already had. Well, that was a waste of time. Oh well, at least we have 2 Masterwords, weapons now. Yeah, we just had to pack everything up that, we wanted to keep. Just like that. Netson, how you doing? Right, you're gonna be fine. And now it's all the way to this ancient stockpile. So don't have that. Oh, Tonnets, report for active combat today. We got hostiles inbound. And any sapper kind of hostile, so that's not great. Auto robots into Area 1. And line with the Tonnets. And hopefully Speedy should be there to open fire on them and just distract him a little bit. I sure wish I could have finished out those turrets. And now the first one is through. Look great! So Nelson's already wounded. There goes the cleaner bot. We don't care about the cleaner bot. Nelson. Why are they inside the base? They need to not be inside the base. Anyways, they're fleeing now. Speedy, go save Butterbot tier 2. And yeah, this is why we kinda need to build some turrets. Sailor's down. And I think that's all she wrote for those raiders. Luckily, Sailor went down to a bunch of bruises and cracks, and 1 crush to the liver. So, not too badly wounded. Nelson has a short cut on the right hand that's bleeding a bit. And Speedy is, of course, fine. Sailor is off on a tantrum. The target is... random things in the room. Alright, the file straw was intense pain. Fair enough. And Nancy Johnson Taunter Drive research completed, so that's straight. Well, Speedy got the ancient stockpile over here open. The problem is that I think we're going to be waiting until Nelson and Sailor have healed. Well, Nelson and Sailor are back to full strength. Alright, I guess you 3 are going down to the ancient age all the way up here. And let's say that Lance wants to go after Nelson for some reason. Oh well. That was just a minor detour. Alright, let's go in and see if we can find a, Dradfor in here. Nope. No Dradfor yet. I don't have that one. I don't have, this door. And of course, the one down here. And there's those wandering into the, one down here. Go figure. And by this, I mean Sailor. Alright, so that's that security turret. Now let's go check out, this room down here. And that takes care of the blaster up there. Any Dradfor yet? Hello. I found the Dradfor. I thought you'd be done. Too bad there's a hunter trap. Okay, Nancy, just flee. Alrighty then. Well, we got the Dradfor that I came here for. Don't know why the rating music is, playing. But oh well. It is what it is. Alright, we got what we came here for. Let's get out of, the ancient stockpiles and stop playing with them. And let's also take the driveline panels, because why not? Well, I guess we have another, muffalo now. Do we have the breeding pair for a herd? And Survey says no. Okay. Besides, I don't think it would be a very good idea to keep a herd of muffalo on a ship anyways. Well, Speedy is off on a sad wonder. I wonder what caused it this time. Confined interior was the final straw. Well, looks like we got some hostile Mechanoids, paying us a visit. Oh my, it's gonna be one of these raids, where I just stick my head in the sand and pretend the outside world doesn't exist. Because I think this is a hallway of traps issue to sort out. And here they come. So far it is a hallway of traps issue. Hopefully I have enough, sealed traps. If not, I guess it's gonna be a turret issue. Will they even make it past the second layer of traps? So far, survey says no. And the final answer was indeed no. So that's right. Well, looks like we got Mechanoids incoming in like 6 days. Oh boy, a heat wave. And we're all the way up to 14 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's pretty warm. And it finally settled at 118 degrees Fahrenheit at 2 a.m. in the morning. And of course, that's in the foggy range, so, it might not be so pleasant for the colonists. Nancy has decided to hide in the room, which is probably a good thing, since outdoors it's 142 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's the Starship reactor research completed, so that's right. Well, looks like we're dealing with the Mad-Hive. Well, this is gonna be one of those raids that just sit around and wait for a while. Alright, E3. Report to the mortars for orders. And, hold fire, set for target to one of those, Centurions. Just to annoy them into going after us. Also that poor Muffalo. I mean, Thumbo, not Muffalo. Alright, open fire. Anyways, that did the trick. So, lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist for right now, because functionally speaking, right now, it really doesn't. Well, I think the Thumbos are gonna be fine. The Mechanoids, not so much. And there goes the last Mechanoid. You know, yeah, looks like there's a paramedic named Sparky that wants to join the colony. But that, our test is still level 8. You know what, sure. I needed another person anyways. What else are you good at? Underground or delicate and capable of intellectual crafting? Right. Oh well, I have another, builder, so that's right. So I guess this should be your room now, Sparky. Looks like, somebody in the animal herd is dealing with the plague, and it's just Muffalo 1. Alright. Well, I think it's high time to just pack up and head out, from this tile. Where's the other ancient stockpile? And just start heading over there. Oh my, all the way to the, ancient reactor. Starlands. Lovely. Oh well. It is what it is. Oh, it's, must be incapable of intellectual. Alright. And go. Well, right, we don't have the range to get there in one go. That's not what I wanted. Alright, we already used that. River Delta. Let's see about the tower right next to it. Nah. And it's still going to be tropical rainforest no matter what I do. Might as well try the grasslands down here. And off we go. Well, my choice has been locked in right now. Will you have a good landing is the question. We shall see. Right, so this is the tile we are going with for now. So let's just move the landing zone to, somewhere right about here. And that should take care of that. Now, the real question is well, anything break? And ram nausea. So that's the people broke. Alright. And it was, all of them, I guess. Alright. Looks like we have some new lovers now. Sparky and Jerk have gotten together. And that's a 3% bonus to the rest rate multiplier for our colonists, so that's right. Let's run that one again, shall we? Well, the Hollywood Traps isn't ready yet, so I guess it's time to, lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist for right now, because there's a manhunter pack out there. And I guess the outside world is scary. Simba tubs. 25 of them, to be exact. Well, I guess the Hollywood Traps is ready enough just to, take out that entire, manhunter pack, so that's straight. Well, looks like we're dealing with some man-rabbits now. Well, looks like we found the ancient danger for this tile. And I think it's high time to put the draft field and standard down. Right over here. Well, that's the multi-barrel weapons research completed, so that seems like the miniguns, the rotary gun turret, and of course the anti-aircraft turret. So that should prevent any more shenanigans with drop pods. Well, we've got Mechanoids in 10 days. Well, we had the first hostile action on this map from other people. And it's a siege. Lovely, 35 people. Oh my, that's a bio-threaded triple rocket launcher. How terrifying. Unfortunately for them, we have artillery. So, set for target, and we're going on to that one. Or rather, someone close to it. Because the Hollywood Traps is completed now. And this time I got 4 mortars instead of 3. So hold fire. And then open fire. Anyways, I got them to go over to us. And now, we just wait and hide behind the walls. Because that's how I usually deal with raids. Because you can pretty much cheese these sieges. Alright, so that should take care of you. And now, let's wait. Sure enough, the Hollywood Traps did the job. Ooh, hey, cargo pods. Let's just see what's inside. Chocolate. 156 to be exact. I'll take that, thank you very much. And that's a 3% bonus to the medical surgery success chance of Arcana, so that's great. Let's run that one again, shall we? Well, I think I've overstayed my welcome in this tile because the Mechanoids are showing up in less than 24 hours, so pack it up, robots. And now it's time for us to skedaddle. So launch the ship, yeah, I guess this will just be fine for now. Sure. Alright, I guess it's all the way over to here, but we don't have the range for that, so I guess we're gonna have to take another pit stop. I think I want to be in a river again. And of course it's gonna be the grasslands again. And off we go. Hopefully we have a good landing. I guess I'll see you at the other tile. Right, we just need to pick a landing spot. I guess I'll just park it right over here. Confirm. Hopefully we have a good landing. And nothing breaks or nobody gets hit. Like the last time. And overheated grav engine. Go figure. Well, let's just see who in the animal herd is dealing with the plague. Muffalo 2. And just Muffalo 2. Alright. Well, looks like the first hostile action in the tile has appeared, and it's a manhunter pad. Mastodons. 21 of them, to be exact. I think this is a hallway of traps issue. And yep, it was indeed a hallway of traps issue. Well, hello again, Lunrod, our old friend. Listen. Well, we have 2 more Lunrods. Sparky and Zaylor. Well, let's just see why Zaylor went off on a insulting spree. The final straw was minor pain. Alright. I am pleased to announce that there was no social spats over the insulting spree, so that's great. Well, Nelson went off on a slaughtering spree and, got Muffalo too. Speedy. Cobot Nelson, over the head along with Zaylor. Before he loses another Muffalo. Right, just like that. Anyways, I think Muffalo 2 can be lunch. And that's a 3% bonus to the immunity gain speed for Arcana, so that's right. Run that one again, please. Well, looks like the Mechanoid cluster has rocked up to the base. Well, I think this is an artillery job, so I guess I'm gonna tell the robots and Arcanas to stick their heads in the sand and pretend the outside world doesn't exist. And then, just, well, show them from afar, from my ship, because I can do that. No, my it's a defoliator, so I should probably get on top of that pretty quick. Alright, so everybody has their mortar orders, and now it's time to just, open fire. Since I don't see a, shield anywhere. Anyways, they're up. And so is the hallway of traps. So, the Mechanoids themselves should be a hallway of traps issue. And I think there was a, case of shields. Oh well, it is what it is. And besides, I got the, secret ability of EMP shells. And I think some robots of mine are gonna get, messed up pretty badly by the Mechanoids. Oh well, I can just replace them. Alright, P-Builder brought tier 2-7. And now we're dealing with the volcanic winter on top of the Mechanoids. How lovely! Oh well, at least it's not a heat wave. Well, I think it might actually be more important to, target the shield generator, so open fire. We seem to be hitting everything but the, Manti shield. Oh well. It is what it is. Speedy went off on a daze. The final straw was malnourished. Alright. I guess that's fair. Zaylor's turn for a day. Just don't go outside right now because there's Mechanoids, and it's scary. Well, now that everybody is, well rested, I think it's high time we go out to the Mechanoids again and start shelling them. Again. I guess we're still trying to get rid of the, high shield. It's there. You lot. Make sure you're targeting the high shield. Like so. And now open fire again. Hey, we got the eye shield now, so I guess it's free real estate now. So let's tell the motors to open fire on the defoliator now. That's the defoliator taken care of. I guess it's time to go after the turrets. Since those are the next area scenes, I don't really care about the Met Gas stators because those are a hallway of traps issue. And I think it's time to let everybody have a bit of a break from firing at the Mechanoids. And now we're dealing with the drone that's aimed at the women. It's high. And now you have incoming Mechanoids. Even though we've been dealing with this Mechanoid cluster for like, 4 or 5 days now. Oh well, I guess we don't have to finish it since, it's basically already finished anyways. But fine, I guess I can finish it. And hey, it's gonna be even easier now that we don't have to worry about a high shield protecting it, or any shield of any kind. Hold fire. And man the mortars. Like so. And now, open fire. On these turrets. And there were some travelers harmed, and somebody rejected their proposal, and that was Sparky and Dirt. And of course, Dirt and Sparky had a bit of a social spat. Well, that's most of the turrets taken care of by the artillery. Anyways, we're going to take care of the rest manually, since I'm feeling pretty lucky. Alright, I guess it's just this auto inferno cannon left. And that takes care of that. So, unforbid everything. And let the robots out to go collect the loot. And then hightail it out in like 2 days, since that's when the Mechanoid wave hits. And yes, Sparky came away with that with just a... Bruise to the torso from a mini slugger. I guess I'm fine with that. Well, since the Mechanoids are coming in less than 17 hours, well, I think it's time for us to pack up and head out to the next location with a draft tour. Right, it was this pilot console. And just wait for everybody to get on the ship, like so. And now launch. Alright. I guess it's high time to go pay a visit to the other ground port site. This town's near polluted town, so there will be an insetted spawn here roughly every 171 days. Insetted spawn slows plant growth, deteriorates exposed items, and makes people unhappy. Starlines are inhabited by dangerous insects and rogue Mechanoids. Water is toxic and hysteria runs rampant among the animals. And here anyways? Well, considering it has a draft tour, for us, I don't think I have a choice in that matter, game. And off we go. I hope we have a good landing, so I'll see you there. I guess this is gonna be one of those, scavenger hunt type of quests, but then again, so is the last one, so I don't know why I'm complaining about it, but oh well. And throws a breakdown. Lovely. Well, I guess I hope, and crew likes their, underground adventures. Activate all the bots. Where is the cave entrance? That's a traitor. Wrong thing. Yoo-hoo, cave entrance, where are you? Or am I just blind and I'm not seeing it? Well, that's it. I hope you're ready to go exploring. Nothing in there, nothing in here. Whole lot of nothing. So far. Knock on wood. Well, there was something. No tours. Oh well, we brought enough heavy SMGs so that Nansen can just deal with them single-handedly. And I guess that's alright. And only crush the Let's one that's bleeding slightly. Alright, let's go see what's in here. Nothing. 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 And nothing. Wanna bet it's gonna be a whole lot of nothing? It was indeed a whole lot of nothing. Nothing again. Nothing again. And nada. Guess that's this little complex that's explored. Entirely by Netson. Oh, the trade system is a completely different tile. Not explain why I can't find it. Well, there is one building left unexplored. And a whole lot of nothing. And that's the advanced draft tech research completed, so that seems like, well, making our own graphite panels, so I don't have to buy them anymore. Or even try and find them. Yep, all the way in here. 80 vats of blots and 16 plasteel. Alright, for 16 of them. Per. Well, Zaylor and Edson, I hope you're ready to explore this part of the map. All for the sake of our draft tour. Nope, not there. How about this one? Oh, hey, there's a trap. And Zaylor went down. Sort of. What's the damages? Okay, so right leg is completely shredded. Death in 20 hours. Alright, that's, Zaylor, go to the hospital. Let's see if it's in this hermetic crate. Alright, Nedson, that's your job. Nope, just a trusted fertility procedures password. This product specification for improving or blocking human fertility fails aesthetically, but the issues are minor compared to the wealth of knowledge it contains. Alright. Well, Nedson, I guess it's just up to you to explore, this part of the map. Nope. 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 Ooh, hey, ancient bad. But still nope. And nope. And nope. Nope. And nope. 2 Militors. Nedson can handle that. Especially if we play a game of peekaboo. Like that. Anyways, that's that taken care of. How you doing, Zaylor? Right, so you're being seen too, so that's right. And now let's go explore this part of the, map. And nope. 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 And nada. And it's on this entire side taken care of. I wonder if it has anything to do with this ancient blast store. I've been barking at the wrong tree. Oh well, let's go see to it. Well, we somehow managed to pick up a boom rat as a pet. Well, Speedy, I think you're going to be poaching that building. And a lot of nothing so far. Just an endless hallway. Go figure. Nope. 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 Except there's a hunter trap, so Speedy. Actually, go take it out. Just like that. So, yeah, let's go get this side of poke. And nope. And of course there's a door that doesn't need to be hatched leading into that room anyways. Alright, you're going to explore this side, Speedy. Nope. Nope. Just a whole lot of nothing. As usual. Alright, let's go to this side. Nope. 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 Zaylor went off on a tantrum, and the target is random furniture items and structures, so have fun, Zaylor. Nope. No path. Which is strange. Although I guess it made sense since that door was a lie. Nope. Nope, and I think it's time to send Speedy back home. Well, I think it's time to send Speedy out to do some more hackings. This one, and this one, and maybe this one as well. On with this one. And of course this sword, because I don't know where the Dradfor is. So let's just do them all. Send Sparky out to go clear out that hunter trap, that's in there. Just like that. Just gotta make sure, that doesn't detonate close to Sparky. Just like that. Let's approach this door, and it's just a sentry drone. Go figure. Luckily, we dropped the armor and the weapons to deal with that. Now, if only Sparty had the talent. Oh well, he'll get there one day. And oh hey, nothing but a person who sadly passed away. Well, looks like we missed a sentry drone. Oh well, Speedy just got this one in the bag. With all those heavy SMGs. Especially at point blank. So let's send in Speedy and Sparky and go poke some of them. Like this one over here. Right after, Sparky gets there. Right, so Sparky has arrived. And nothing in here. Not in here. Nope, just a trap. So, nothing. Let's just pretend I didn't see the hunter drone. Trap. Or whatever it's called. The hunter trap. So let's check this door. Won't there be anything behind, like, door number 5? Survey says no. How about door number 6? Survey says no. How about this one? Also no. A lot of nothing. Nothing. And let's check this door. Oh hey, we found something. It might even be the thing we needed. And that takes care of that. So let's go hack into this drive reactor since I think that's what you need to do to get the drive core. It says so right here. Alright, so drive core has been obtained. Let's actually take it. And make sure that is any storage bin. Alright, let's make sure we actually have the drive core with us. Assuming I could spell it correctly. Ah, it's in this one. So that's a relief. Anyways, it's time to recall the bots. And head out. You're not sure? Hello? Yep. Let's go find a grassland style and start heading towards the drive core number 3, which is all the way out here. You remember that old grassland spot that we used to have? Let's set up shop right next to it. Because why not? And off we go. Hopefully we have a good landing. I guess we'll know when we get there. Well, I think it might have misclicked or something. Because this doesn't look like the grasslands. But it is a town right next to it, so... Right, it is grasslands. It's a mixed biome. So it's a new variant. Let's just park the ship over here. Or we can do some quarrying. And confirm. And let's hope we have a good landing. Survey says, thruster breakdown. Go figure. Anyways, I think it's time to set up shop and get the Muffalo some food. So I think that means a steel wall. Something like this. Well, welcome to our new home for this tile. So far, the compound is mostly complete. We still need to put down a quarry and get rid of the animals that are inside that aren't our pets. So, I guess just start hunting. So yeah, looks like some raiders had a pretty bad time thanks to the anti-aircraft weapons that we had in place. Mostly because he decided to drop it right on top of us. Well, I hope since large auto hydroponics should do the trick in feeding this crew of mine. Well, I think I'm gonna be putting the other grab field center down here. Well, looks like there's a Mechanoid cluster to deal with. Oh, all the way down here, and it's a defoliator. How lovely. Well, looks like we're dealing with the sensory Mechanoids. Sparky and Zayler. Alright. Well, looks like I forgot to, plan out the hydroponics expansion properly because, yeah. Turns out I needed a second nuclear power plant. Oh well, it is what it is. Well, I think it's high time we start, well, let's just say typically the Mechanoid cluster over here. And dealing with the defoliator. Set for target. Target the defoliator directly. And you four. Head over to the mortars for your orders. Like so. Alright. Open fire. Let's light them up. Really? You're not doing any of it? Even though I told you to? Right, I have to set the first target now. Oh, they're up. Anyways, I think this might be a Hallway of Traps issue now. Well, looks like the Mechanoids are about ready to make it past the traps. And even if they do make it past the traps, well, they still have to make it past the rotary gun turrets. Maybe I'll just flat out round about the Mechanoids making it past the Hallway of Traps. Well, everybody is well rested and fed, so let's do another round on the mortars. So, hold fire, pass out the mortar orders like so. And now we target the defoliator. Set for target, open fire. Right, so it should be dead now. And now it is. Great! Let's see now. Kill that for me, the Met Birther. And now an elephant wants revenge. Oh well. It is what it is. And besides, the turrets took care of it. The Mechanoid turrets at that. Well, I guess that's not a problem anymore since we have some friendlies now to take care of it, even though we already cleaned up most of it. Okay. And yeah, the elephants made it through the Hallway of Traps, but they didn't get past the turret, so that's straight. Well, I seem to have forgotten about him, Matt Birther. Well, they didn't. I should probably go send somebody out to rescue the friendlies. Sailor has decided to hide in the room. The files are on serious pain. Alright, have fun, Sailor. And I hope you like your new room. And that's the intermediate logic for the robotics research completed, so that's great. You wanna know what else is great? Getting more cargo pods from the sky. Let's just see what's inside. 16 microbloom spores. Alright. Well, Milla has a shattered spine. We need to go fix that. Mid bionic spine, just one. Well, we have some new lovers now. Jordan Sparky. Alright. Alright, so the bionic spine has been made. Let's just put it in Milla. Best quality medicine, and then install. Where's the bionic spine? Probably not in the storage system yet. No, it is. So let's go make sure we brought the 2 emergency tier 2 bots that we have on this case. And I think it's gonna be Nitson. Well, let's be a success. Yes, it was. Alright. Well, Tarto is now leaving, so that's great. Milla is now a dust. So, I guess she's gonna be leaving soon. At some point. And that's the transport pod research completed, so that's great. Well, we can build our own shuttles, so that's great. You know, let's do some endless progress research. Well, looks like we have a manhunter pack inbound. Panthers. Alright, 66 of them. I know what to do. Lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist because function splitting, right now, it doesn't. And even if they do make it into the base thanks to some Boomerang 1 shenanigans, well, they don't make it past the turrets. At least not very often. Well, nothing to that. Well, let's just see who has Lund right now. And it's Nixon. Alright. Well, let's just see who has Lund right this time. Sailor! Well, looks like our temporary hotel has the first batch of guests. Well, looks like we're gonna have to move out of this town in like 11 days. Because the Mechanoids are inbound. And we have a store of 0 from that batch of guests. Oh well, it is what it is. Well, I think it's high time to, pack up and head out to the next tile. We call them the bots. Right, lunch, for everybody. Aren't you supposed to be back in the ship? No, because some other bot decided to go rogue. Oh dear. Now we can. Alrighty then. It was out this way. And of course we're gonna pitch another grasslands tile. This one seems like it would be good enough. And away we go. Toodaloo, forward tile. Well, I hope we have a good landing. Well, here we are. I guess I'll just move it to, right about here. And confirm. Well, this be a good landing. Will we run into any issues? Survey says, no. Great. Well, let's just find out which animal has the plague. Muffler 1. Alright. Well, I think it's high time to, pack up again. And just, start heading out to the ground core. At least one more ground core, anyways. Right, now that all the, bots are in the base stations, I think we can head out. Alright. Let's see now. I guess we're moving northward, so the growing days grow shorter. Oh well, it is what it is. Actually, let's just park on this tile. Also because of the lake with the island in the middle. Let's just live there. Toodaloo, forward tile. And let's hope we have a good landing. I mean, we should have thought those thrusters that I built. The old question is will that actually play out in reality? Well, anyways, we made it to the landing that's going to be our new home for a while until the ground port can recharge. Confirm. Please be a safe landing. Please be a safe landing. Please be a safe landing. And it was a good landing. Right, so let's just get rid of all these structures on the island that we don't need or want. And then just build the usual wall. Well, looks like we got hostiles inbound. Oh, it's one of those fun raids where they're gonna breach the walls. Well, I hope they're ready to deal with all the turrets that I'm gonna be building rapidly. Alright. All combat units, prepare for combat. Mm-hmm. Well, one turret's gonna go boom, at the very least. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to repair plenty of robots after this one. And my own colonists, too. Geez, Zayler, you're having a bad time. Pull back a bit. Mm-hmm. You three advance. Because right now it's just 2 centipede blasters that are giving us a problem. Luckily, we managed to deal with the entire raid. So that's great. And yeah, let's send Zayler to the hospital because, quite frankly, she needs it. And now there's a marriage going on. Mm-hmm. Jordan Sparky. Let's put the marriage spot right by the thrusters because why not? Because that just encapsulates, the whole nomad nature of this run. Put it right there. Speedy went off on a food bench. The final straw was minor pain. Alright, have fun, Speedy. Zayler is off on a date. The final straw was no true, proselytizer. Well, I think with the extra defenses that I built for the ship, I think it's high time we get out of here and go over to the Dreadport number 3. Alrighty then. Mm-hmm. Disconnected from grav engine. Hold on. What is disconnected from grav engine? Oh, it's over here. It's this tile. Oh well. Somebody go reclaim that. Right, so now that that's probably dealt with. Mm-hmm. Alright, so all the way over to this cave system. And off we go. To the wild blue yonder. Hopefully we have a good landing. I mean, we should since we have all those engines, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee a good landing. It just helps out quite a bit. And we have made it, sort of. I just need to pick the landing spot. Mm-hmm. Preferably one that's, hopefully close enough to the ground point. Oh, it's probably this one thingy right here. Well, that's gonna be fun to deal with only, like, 4 active combat doing colonists. Oh well. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. I think we can just park the ship right here. And I guess that's one of the things about these nomad runs is that when you have a low enough population. And we have arrived. Mm-hmm. Let's see, animal starvation. That's not good. I guess it's time to build a bit of a pen for the animals. Mm-hmm. Alright, you four, it's time to mount up and head into the cave system. Nice and easy. I mean, we do have the firepower for this, so that's great. And the armor. Well, hopefully we should be able to handle this one. And so far, we have been handling it pretty well. Just destroy the hives. We don't need them. The buds do, but we're not in the buds, so... I guess it is what it is. Alright, into cave. Where is that, Grandpa? Well, that meant spider got messed up pretty hard by the heavy SMGs. So that's right for us. Alright, you four, don't line up there. And we're just trying to shoot the walls. Is this, practical? Probably not. I'm gonna have to reassess that whole, impractical thing. Oh boy, I think we hit the mudload in terms of, enemies to fight. So I guess we're gonna be playing Helldivers for a little while. Probably should have brought some explosives, but no well. We seem to be handling it pretty well. It's that poor Nedson here. Yeah, I think I might be sending you back up to the, ship for healing, Nedson. Death in 17 hours. How are you doing, Sailor? Not too bad. I just gotta shoot the, hives before they spawn any more enemies. Because that's how that works. Nothing in here, just a bunch of bait stats that I can probably just ignore. He says right as I walk into an ambush. Alright, just start moving backwards. Poor Speedy. Actually, go back and don't say Speedy. No immediate danger. Wonder how. I guess I'm not unfortunate, though. Must be the armor. Right, speaking of Nedson, go back to the ship. How are you doing anyways, Nedson? Death in 15. No immediate danger, death in 19. And just a bunch of bruises, so you're fine, Sparky. I think I've got one more room in me before I have to send these, tonics back. Nothing yet, so... You look towards at the insect slayers, for healing. Speedy has decided to hide in the room. Have fun, Speedy! And that was already over. The final straw was intense pain. Well, everybody is bad to full strength, so I guess it's time to go back to the, cave system. Get up here, and then go ahead and together. Basically, you don't want to be apart, for this one. I guess we're gonna go poke over here. Maybe it's in this hermetic crate. Actually, the easiest solution is just to shoot the walls. Also, why is everything on fire? Well, looks like we haven't sighted Insanity Land, so don't pick it up, and it's in. And now let's go see if, this cluster of, walls is hiding the ground core. If I can actually... Well, it was definitely hiding something, alright. Just, nothing friendly, to say the least. Yeah, I think Nedson is going back to the, ship again. Death in 11 hours. Seriously, why is it always Nedson? I know it's nothing 7. How lovely. Right, I'm just gonna have you head back to the entrance at the exit layer, Nedson. Oh, you lost your left foot. Now to explain it. You three are gonna take care of this one yourselves. And I think Nedson needs a new leg. Make bionic leg. Go exit the exit layer, please. And now let's get this side of the map approach. No ground core detected. Although I think I'm gonna go get the drop on these bugs. And I'll clean them out before they become an issue. To future expeditions. Right, Nedson. Death in 4, allow self 10, and just stabilize the bleeding on yourself, please. Alright, I'm sending you 3 back home immediately because of Nedson. Who is not being tended to, and is gonna make it out okay. Well, minus the last foot, of course. Well, let's go put a new last leg on to Nedson. Right, so let's just get the ER bots on this job, like so. And then it was a successful operation, so that's great. Well, Martin wants to join the colony, and has a previous relationship with a colonist, or rather a current one. He's Netson's lover. That's that animal, still level 11. You know what, sure. Can you actually fight? No, you can't. Well, fiddlesticks. Nedson is back on her feet again, so that's great. And I think it's time for you four to go back to the caves right after Nedson gets a new heavy SMG. Give me that one, Nedson. You lot, time for to go find that ground for realsies this time. Yeah, you'll be fine, Zaylor. Oh, that's where the heavy SMG went. Alright, you four, head over here. Right after you deal with the, Major Scarab. In an open location, preferably. So you can all be... Never mind. Nedson dealt with it. Pretty well, I'd say. I guess we're gonna get this, while I'm poked. Assuming we can actually, do that. And the game doesn't try anything funny. Like dropping a, ambush on the way. No drag for yet, so... May it really well be this wall. Oh well, I can help. No drag for, but I did find, boom shrooms. Probably not a good idea to set those off just yet. Maybe that's what was causing the fire. It's a boom shroom. Nothing up there. Alright, Nedson, don't clear out this side. If you can. Nope, nothing in there. I don't know where it could be. Maybe in this corner of the map that I haven't explored yet. Nope, not there. Or there. How about now? Nope. Well, found the hive plane. So we did find the ground floor. It's just started by a hive plane, and I think this is where the boom shrooms come in handy. Or maybe not. That was easier than expected. Well, so much for the epic final boss. I guess that's what happens when you play with mods, because I don't think the game developers are expected to deal with mod balance, if you know what I mean. Kind of like how data structural engineering in Solaris is completely broken at some points. Just trying to deal with all the rest of the nonsense bugs, like the Mendus Scarabs, or the Mendus Spiders, or whatever else is in this hive. Alright, Sparky. Actually, just finish off the hive queen, please. Just like that. Alright, so Mechanoid chip chunk, and here's a ground core. I think Sparky gets to carry that one back home. Just so we can make sure we actually did it this time around. Sparky, can you also pick up the drive-like panels? Not all of them, so that's going to require a different colonist. Nixon! Can you do the rest of them? Only up to 69. And now it's Speedy's turn. Alright, we got everything. Time to get out of here. And just go home. And oh hey, Martin is actually pretty good crafted too. And attraction's still at 9. What else are you doing at? Oh hey, it's even a double passion. There's also a double passion in animals and a single passion in intellectual, so, I haven't done the scientist now, so that's right. Well, I have what I need out of this tile, so I guess I'm gonna pack up and start heading over, to drive toward number 4. Alright, let's launch a ship. Let's see, now is Martin a good pilot? Surprisingly enough, no. Alright, I guess 58% is the, best quality that we can expect. Alright, and off we go. Right, it's all the way over here. This time, right here. Crash Mechanoid platform. Maybe I should, take some time, chill in a, temperate forest or something. Or I can just do the ground core thingy now. Let's do the ground core thingy now. And off we go. To the wide blue yonder. And we have arrived. Not a lot of space for us to, put our ship down. I guess I'll just leave it here. And confirm. Well, I hope this isn't a mistake. Oh well, I guess time will tell on that front. Alright, I think it's time to send in the robot, so, right, it's, one of those, compounds with the fortified walls. Oh well. I guess I'll just, have Speedy hat them all. With the doors. And Martin can also, pitch in and help, Speedy out with that. And, well, since there's a few more, doors to hack, let's get those opened up too. So we can at least get those started. But I think we're gonna get this facility a poke. And immediately straight into the, into drive engine. Well, I guess I'm gonna explore the, rest of it for the sake of it. Because, I don't think I expected to just walk straight into it. So, yeah. That was kind of anticlimactic, but oh well. I'll take it. And now the Mechanoids are going to come out and straight into the turret. Go figure. Alright, gotta help the turrets survive this mess. But hey, at least we get the turrets help, which is great. Anyways, that's that fight taken care of. And only Nedson got injured a little bit. Right hand has a burn. Alright. I guess I can be happy with just that. You discovered an ancient grav engine destroyed to obtain a ground for. Alright. Let's destroy the Mechanoid processor first, though. Just so that can be taken care of. Just like that. And now we don't get the ground core. Just like this. Well, I think it's time to send Zaylor, Spitty, and Sparky in to explore. Nothing here. Nothing here. And Mechanoid here. That was quickly dealt with. Oh, we found the Mechanoid factory. Or what's left of one. Along with the turret that was quickly dealt with. And of course, the Medbats are starting to produce Mechanoids, annoyingly. Oh well, they're easily dealt with, especially when it's one at a time. Nope, more Medbats, so let's get out of here. After we deal with this Mechanoid. Just like that. Alright, let's start collecting the Mechanoid courses and processing them down for their parts. And I think that's the Hollerbot's jobs to do that. Oh my, that's a lot. Alright, one at a time, people. And so far it is one at a time. So that's right. Alright, let's go check out the rest of this building and deal with the turrets that's in there. Right, so that's that turret dealt with, and ooh hey, sealed crates. So let's just open them all. As you do any find them. What's Speedy? So that's 4 advanced opponents. How about this one? 52 drive light panels. Alright. Now how about this one? 57 drive light panels. I see. And that's reserved by Hollybot Tier 2-1. And that was like 59 drive light panels, so that's great. Well, I guess that's that building all taken care of now. So let's go check out this one. Right after I send them back to the ship. And I forgot about a Scyther. Or rather a Metbat. Well, looks like we got hostile Mechanoids incoming. So far, I think it's the turrets issue to sort out. Alright, I think I need to send you two in to destroy the Metbats, in here. Just to make sure no more surprises pop out. Even though the turrets have been doing just fine against them. Although we did lose a Builderbot, so, rip Builderbot. Oh well, at least they're easy to replace. Unlike the colonists. Alright, so that job is done. So hopefully there's no more surprises out of these Metbats. Alright, I guess this and Zaylor and Speedy are all going into the other building. Up here. Well, looks like we're dealing with the raid. Okay, so it's just a melee raid. Yep, modern claws, claw sabers, steel spears, steel knives, and steel lit claws. All of which are, not ranged. Right, you lot are going to go down here. And hopefully get them by the turrets. If they want to destroy the walls, that's fine by me. Because, that's not my problem. Actually, I wonder. I'm just gonna pass out the motor orders. Bet something like this. Set for target. And open fire. Can we start, nailing them while they're in the, building? Because this is gonna be rather stupid if we can defeat the raid this way. Because, so far that seems to be how it is. Because they're doing everything wrong. But hey, if they want to hand me a free raid, that's fine by me. Because I'm not sticking around, this tile. Alright, they finally realized. And walked straight into the turrets. How lovely. For us, anyways. And now they're fleeing. Well, that takes care of that. Ooh, Hurrow here. Or rather, go shoot, passion and shooting with it being at level 9. Melee 10, animals 4. I've been, trying to look for another fighter, so hefty hoppity. Getting this here prison cell. Who's the closest? I think that's actually Zayler. So I guess that's your job, Zayler. Because I think we might have another fighter. Assuming we can, do this one properly. Mind you. Right, so before I forget, prisoner, convert. Alright, now that the raid is over, let's go, start exploring the rest of the buildings. So nothing here. Some archive stuff, so let's just, start blowing it up. Before it becomes an issue. And of course we found a Mechanoid. I did it stunned, so that wasn't an issue. Even with all of our heavy SMGs. Alright, so we disabled that threat. And nothing in here, because that's just a, wall. Or rather, a hallway. And okay, there's a lot more Mechanoids in here. Alright, I guess this is a bad to the chip moment. Or maybe not. Yeah. Plus, we also have to be mindful of this fire that's, started. Or we can just send in the bots to clean it. Alright, so that's the, Mechanoids here dealt with. Anyway, Zayler's going to open this here sealed crate and see what we get. Says Glitterworld medicine. Alright. I guess that's it, Glitterworld medicine that we don't have to buy. So that's, something. Nothing here. And let's just send Zayler back home. And more, met bats. So let's just, blow him up. A bit something like this. Right, let's deal with the Tetron first. Just like that. And because of that, I need to send the rest of the, Conus back. Right after we blow up the rest of the Met Bats. Nothing in there. And nothing in the last one. And that's a 3% bonus to the toxic resistance for Conus, so that's right. Run that one again, please. So yeah, Speedy just about cuts the budget, so it's nice that she didn't. Anyways, Nissen and Zayler are gonna head up to this neck of the woods. Alright, Speedy, is there any more damages that I had to be worried about with you, or are you fine? I think you're gonna be fine in the end. And of course we walked straight into a Mechanoid. Cyclops to be exact. And it wasn't an issue. Alright, I guess I'll send you to home. And Speedy went into a bit of a sadistic rage. The post trauma serious pain. And now needs to rescue. Go figure. Oh well, at least our prisoner was able to deal with that one. So that's great. Oh yeah, I forgot about the temperature. Oops. Right, so do I actually have anyone that has that? Surprisingly enough, no. So I guess it's gonna be a heater for now. That I do have. Alright, let's just see if there's anything good in this building. Or if it's just gonna be a boss and we have to move on to the next tile. So let's try the thing up here, and then go in. Oh my, that's a lot of Mechanoid bats. And this time, let's not ignore the Tessron. Yep, just like that. Yeah, I guess we did find the storage space for the Mechanoids. And I think that was this building. Alright, so that clears out this room. On to the next room. Will there be anything that's not just Mechanoids? And that's the actual question I'm trying to answer here. Or is it all just Mechanoids all the way down the list? Here's a room that needs hat. Sparky, that's your job. Really? Incapable of hacking? Seriously? Oh, that's right, Sparky. Zayler. That's up to you. Alright, so that takes care of that. And nothing in here, except this hermetic crate, which contains nothing anyways. Alright, head up to this one. And now let's go see inside, and nothing. Well, it's set for this one. Which is 35 graphite panels. Go figure! Nothing in here. Mechanoids in here. But, they're gonna be easily dealt with if I have anything to say about that. And they were easy to deal with. Now I'll open that sealed crate. That's in. And 42 graphite panels. It's just going to be all be graphite panels, isn't it? And we made a full loop around the building. So I guess you can go home now. Right, I think that's everything, so it's time to just pack up. Recall the bots. And now, launch a ship. Alrighty then. Off we go. To go find somewhere to stock up on rice. And besides it's not a one-job shrimp, so I guess that's fine. Let's see now. You know what? Let's not do immense biome this time. Alright, I guess it's river towns. That's fine. And off we go. You know, this town actually seems pretty nice to live on for right now, so I guess we're going to park our ship right here. And hopefully I remember the grad point, because that's going to be embarrassing if I didn't. In fact, let's just check. And I did. Alright. Well, looks like we're dealing with the first season of flooding in this map. And you know what, I think it's high time we get the proselytizer role, filled in. Who's the best at social in that religion? I guess that's Speedy, funnily enough. Oh, lovely. It's a man raccoons. Oh, well. I know what to do. It's called, bury my head in the sand and pretend the outside world doesn't exist for right now because functionally speaking, it doesn't. Well, we successfully converted the prisoner, so let's, recruit the said prisoner into our colony. Realsies. Well, you know a, solar flare has hit when the meat starts rotting in the storage. Well, looks like we have a manhunter pack, on loose, so, I'm gonna build a fence and then just, well, destroy one of the walls to the outside world since we got the, trap set up. And oh no, those poor travelers. Perhaps I have to parry spats for them because, they walked into the tile on the wrong, day. Because we've got to pack the manhunting elephants. Alright, let's see if we can get this done as quickly as possible. Yep. And this is the part where I realized I probably should have launched them in, Area 1. I guess this, Tier 3 builder bot, is getting, messed up pretty bad, and is now sadly passed away. Oh no, YouTuber. Right. I just had to, clear the allowed area, just so they're not in the hallway of traps. Tis the season for lawn rot. Listen. As lawn rot. And that's a 3% bonus to the meat amount that we did from animals that we butcher, so that's right. Run that one again, please. Well, I think it's time for us to pack up. And head out to the, last drive core, I think. Right, so it's time to launch. So this should be, within range. Mechanoid relay. Alright, let's do it. And hopefully we have a good landing. Right, so we have arrived at the Mechanoid relay, and, this map is looking rather sparse. And I think this might just be a, turrets deal with the issue, type of map. Let's just make sure it's not parked over a lake. If there's even such a spot to begin with. Maybe up here should do the trick. Confirm. Please don't break. 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 And ground nausea. Go figure. Alright, I'm gonna send out the butterbots to destroy the, Metro beacons. Well, somebody here has to be a, Pote the Bear, type of colonist. I think that's you, Nelson. And by that I mean Pote the Mechanoid. Oh, they're up. Time to lead them back to the ship for the turrets to assist. And I don't think this is going Nelson's way at all. And that reinforcements have arrived. Oh dear. This is really not Nelson's day, is it? Or Sparky's. Alright, Zaylor, I guess that's up to you. In hindsight, I probably should have just led with the artillery. Because this is literally why I have it. And a bruise from the charger end, so that's fine. Alright, that takes care of that. Well, we made a new bionic clade for Nidson, so let's put it on her. Hopefully that surgery goes well. And it did. Well, if the Mechanoids weren't bad enough, it's time for some toxic fallout. How lovely! Well, I think it's time to deal with the Miltor Mechanoid relay, so I'm gonna have something called us target them with the artillery. Hold fire. You three. That's your job. Zaylor, Sparky, and Speedy are going to be doing it. And getting most of the Miltors, hopefully. Not on one, of course. And then everybody has their mortal orders. Set for target the Miltor crowd, and open fire. And oh yeah, looks like the child merchant is helping out. Hopefully I didn't hit any of them. Knowing my luck, I probably did. Alright, I think it's time to, put, Sparky and Speedy to bed along with Sailor and get them some time off. And hey, Nidson is back on her feet. So that's right. Well, Sailor and Nidson are going to go head out and clean out the rest of the Mechanoids. By themselves. At least the Miltors. They should be able to handle it. And they're just running, on the ship. I guess we can have some help from the, turrets. If we even need it. And we did not need it. And I forgot about one Miltor. Anyway, Sailor's gonna take it out. Just like that. Well, I guess I could also just destroy them as, this little, tip says. The relay is currently protected by nearby stabilizers. Destroy or hack them to destabilize it. With that in mind, you four, generating to man the artillery. And hold fire for right now. We're absolutely going out to the last Mechanoid group before we start targeting the relays themselves. Now that everybody has their mortal orders, open fire. Well, that got them up. Will they actually go in after us? Now that's a real question. Or are we just gonna... Speedy! Ravenously hungry was the final straw. Random things in the room are the target. Alright, have fun, Speedy. I should probably let them have some time off to go recuperate. Well, looks like we have a party going on, so that must be great for morale. Alright, you four, it's time to open fire once more. Hold fire. Just to have everybody time to get there. And now that everybody has their mortal orders. Set for starter, go for the pipe man. And open fire. Well, I'm gonna go send Speedy to recuperate. And the rest of them because we need more mortar shells. And we are dealing with worms now. How lovely! Our prisoner, Martin, Sparky, and Jerk all have worms. Did somebody say another round of mortar shells? For the pipe man? Anyways, that's that. Defense is taken care of. And since I kind of destroyed it. Oh well, it's a turret issue to sort out now. Set first target. Target that, Cyclops. And oh my, that's a lot of Scythers. Hopefully our rotary gun turrets that we built for this explicit purpose is up to the task. Yeah, this is when you build a ton of turrets. And oh no, they made it past the walls. At least for the corner walls. Alright, there's a few lancers. RIP Cleanerbot 222. Who cares about a robot that we can easily replace? Then there's Butterbot 227. Again, same as before. And that should be most of them. Except for that Cyclops. Don't take it out. Shouldn't be too hard for you four. And that takes care of that. And it's a good time as any to replace that rotary gun turret with an autocannon. And fix the walls. Oh. The Mechanoid relay has crashed to the ground, destroyed to obtain a ground core. Be warned! Hostile Mechanoids will soon arrive in response to the relay going offline. So basically what you're telling me is that I need to start building a ton of turrets. Alright, I guess it's time to load up. And get Speedy a new weapon. Alright, Speedy, go grab your heavy SMG. And we're gonna destroy the Crash Mechanoid relay. Just like that. Or did I already defeat the Mechanoid raid? In which case all this turret building was kinda useless. Oh well, it is what it is. Or useless in the for the ones that were not on the ship. Right as I say that, we did a raid. It's a normal raid from the Mech Hive. I think we're gonna be hightailing it out of here, so I don't have to deal with this issue. Might try and find an island. We call on the bots. And now, we get to launch a ship. Again. Okay. Since the only thing left on the maps are the hostile Mechanoids. Let's see now. Where can I find a good private island to retire to? Well, it might not be a private island, but I found a River Delta tile that I haven't touched yet, so let's just poke it. What's it say? Kaboom, Mechanoids! Thanks for the ground core! And off we go. So yeah, we have arrived safely to the tile, so that's great. Well, according to this timer, we made it to the bit 365. Let's just see who dropped out of the sky. 7, son. Embraces Sanguine. You know what, I'm still trying to do it anyways. Rest you. And see if we can actually, say Stevenson. Service says yes. Although I think we're going to be going until the game's internal clock says day 365. Currently it says day 364. And Sparky has dementia. Alright. Thoughts about up moderate. I think this is a perfect spot to leave out the ship, so like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video and its playlist. All of our social media fun to help out the channel and the algorithm for free, and if you want to support the channel financially, there's a link to my Ko-Fi in the description below, where you can do exactly that for as little as $1 a month. And you get your name on the credit screen for that. There's also the Amazon affiliate route I put to support the channel that way. It doesn't cost you anything extra either, and it doesn't have to be the thing listed in the description either. Anyways, I guess I'll see you in the next one tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. Bye!